Hello, I'm your host, the Chicken Man with GKG Poultry. I'm here with the poultry breed analysis starring the Button Quail, or its actual name, the Chinese Painted Quail. The bird that is actually called a Button Quail is not domesticated and isn't a quail. They're a whole different species of bird. In the United States, the Chinese Painted Quail is commonly known as the Button Quail. Because of this, I will be using both terms interchangeably in this video. By far, this quail is no meat or laying bird. It is just an ornamental pet bird. This bird is the smallest breed of quail and is native to the tropical regions of Southeast Asia and Australia, where it is known as the king quail. Because of the region where they're from, they like to be kept between 50 and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. On the tropical forest floor, you will not find coveys of button quail. They stay in pairs or trios. This being said, keeping these quails in groups can be risky, especially when the mating season comes around. I find people saying they like to be in groups too often. This is wrong. I personally do not like keeping over 5 Chinese painted quail in a cage at one time. However, you can keep more if you place them in a large aviary. These birds are commonly kept as pets in a terrarium type setup due to their temperature requirements. They can be kept in wire cages successfully, like I do. The only requirement is they need a solid floor due to their delicate feet. When keeping button quail as pets, they can become quite docile and eat right out of your hand. However, handling these birds needs to stay at a minimal because of their inborn defense mechanism of losing feathers due to their increased heart rate when they feel something grab hold of them. These quail can be used for something other than pets. They can be kept in botanical gardens, greenhouses, aviaries, and even butterfly conservatories. These birds are amazing scavengers. In a botanical garden or greenhouse, they can run freely, eating unwanted bugs, drop fruit, and seeds. However, if you live in a really hot region where your greenhouse gets over 100 degrees in the summer, like mine does, then don't put them in it when it's so hot. In an aviary, they can be kept on the ground to pick up the food that is the tree-dwelling birds like finches or doves drop. They will also require a balanced diet along with the dropped food. Something that is becoming increasingly popular is keeping button quail in butterfly conservatories to work as a spider control. I have heard they do a tremendous job at this, not to mention it adds another feature to the setting. I've enjoyed raising Chinese painted quail and absolutely love the sound they make. Because they are so small, they need to be kept in a good enclosure with no holes they can get out of. Let it be known that they are excellent flyers. In fact, my Chinese quail can't even fly as far as these little guys. Since they are so small, they are a target for rats. When button quail hatch, they are the size of bumblebees. This small of a bird cannot eat medicated chick feed because they will overdose on the medication. I use a mortar and pestle to grind the food up for the newly hatched chicks. Being the size of bumblebees, they almost require it to be powderized. Keeping them warm in the winter has been interesting. I've kept them in the shop, used heat lamps, and even in the house. This winter, I will keep them in the greenhouse and see how they like it. This aquarium is not where these two birds stay. They generally stay in a wire cage. However, I wanted to get a good clear video without worrying about the wire of the cage affecting the shot. Overall, the button quail is an enjoyable breed of quail, make interesting pets, and are a beautiful feature into a poultry collection. That wraps it up. If you have any questions or want to suggest a breed, leave it in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.